Hey everyone, Shannon Lynn with Divine Bliss Twin Flame Union. So I thought I'd come back on today and do another, well first we're going to do a channeling for the Twin Flame Collective. I did a little bit of a reading, channel reading last night just to find out what the Divine wanted to bring forward for us here today on the YouTube platform. And so the information I got for that I'm gonna bring forward for all of you, and then they're gonna probably just continue on with some channeling on, you know, whatever this. It's all about manifestation. It's all about the Twin Flame Collective and manifestation. So they said yes, we would like to be talking about, because I said, you know, what will we be speaking on tomorrow? They said yes, we would like to be talking about the Twin Flame Collective, on just how to manifest the life of their true dreams via their true interior guidance systems. So that's what the what our video is going to be about today. And also then we're going to do at the end, we're always going to do a channeled oracle card reading, or say a crystal ball reading or a teacup reading or something like that that is divinely channeled. And I also get messages not only through my channeling is a lot of just dictation, so, and knowings, so that, and also seeing pictures within. So I get a lot of different ways that I receive the information, but the most common that I use is it's just like dictation that comes in. And so, and I guess that was all really they wanted to bring forward at first. And so they wanted to call the video Manifest What You Want, Desire, or Are Looking For, because we, the angels, your angelic guides, are here to show you how. So we are here guiding you on into just so much more from within your own true lives here now. Do you want to know why? How we intend to do just that. Just by accessing you here now and showing you just how this is done. And that is by ways of your own interior guidance systems within. But then from there as well, then do look out. Because then you can and will be manifesting like never before. Once and if when you do take your own bull by the horns and to push and or to pull those suckers on into place, as only you each individually can and will here and now too. So just follow along with us to reach your own true kingdom of the heavens within. And this is where we will show you the ways to each of your true kingdoms without, or on out into your now here's today, in the manifestation of all of your true dreams. So they're saying, like, our work here, my mission, our plan for this YouTube platform, we, the angelic realm, are showing all others to their greatest versions of themselves, so that they too can accomplish and or to manifest anything that they too do desire here. Once and if they take their own bull by the horns and to push and or pull that sucker on into place, as only they each individually can. The angels, your angelic guides of true love and lights. So that was the information, the channeling that I did last night for us on this Twin Flame Collective. They called it the Twin Flame Collective Energies reading. Okay, and so just to let you know, they said that it's going to be really fun. They said, so just stick around and we'll see, you know, just what all they have in mind, that it's going to be super fun to get these messages here. So they said through me for all of you, and of course for myself as well. So always. Okay, so it's all about manifestation and the true Twin Flame Collective. So I'm just going to take a quick drink and drink my tea and just step aside and let the angels come through. I channel a lot of Mother Goddess and her special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens, and also the archangels, Archangel Michael and the archangels, my guides, of course, and my higher self, and also others with the readings that I do, others, guides, and higher selves as well. And I also channel my Twin Flame's higher self as well, since I found out that I was a true Twin Flame as well, which was about 2.5 years ago now. Although I met my Twin Flame about 30 years ago now. So anyways, here we go. Okay. So they're saying, are you ready? Ready. Okay, so they're saying, so we are here at the beginning of times to show and to teach the each and the all of yous just what it means, or in the art of manifestation through creation, or just what it means to come forth as just so much more from within your own true lives here as these manifesting properties or these ways of beingnesses, which then come forward from within you as manifestations or ways of manifesting. And ways of manifesting materials, which then do come forth from within you here as well, so that you can then bring forward not only from within your own true self, soul's manifestations of, but you are also here as a collective couple or couplings here as well, which just means that as you bring forth your own true creations or manifestations of, or you bring forth your own true self, souls in the manifestations of, or what you indeed do desire from within the each of you's as, or from within this as, which just means that as you each do so desire for, or from within you as, you then bring these on forward or on forth to and for the betterment of the alls here as well then, from within this true twin flame collective of energies, they're saying. So just do know that as the each of us do materialize or bring these things on forward to and for the each of us and the all of us as this true twin flame collective, or in the energies of or as in this true twin flame collective, we then are purging all that much more here as well from within these collective energies, which just means that we are releasing all that which no longer serves the person or the people we have become from within this collective of energies or these ways of beingnesses, which then are being brought forward on into just so much more from within this whole series of events in true creation manifestation, which then become whole from within you, from within the each of us, as these true materials are then brought forward from within our subconscious and conscious mind, from within our subconscious and conscious mindsets, or these tools or these ways of beingnesses, which are then brought forward on into just so much more from within each of these tools or ways of beingnesses or subconscious and or conscious mindsets. Which just means that as you come forward as your true self souls in the manifestations of, or in order to come forward as just so much more from within your own true lives here as well, they're saying, you then are like inducted, they're saying, inducted or infected on into just so much more. Which just means that as you are being brought forward from within all of these true trespasses or these ways of beingnesses, you then are being suggested to or brought forward from within these pinnacle peaks of success that come forward from within you as this or in this as, simply because you have then now warranted this act of communion or confirmation of these energies being brought forward together in union, which just means that as you come forward in true union here, in true unions here together, as these twin flame collective energies as such, you then are being brought forward from within your own true lives here as well, from within these manifestations of, or from within these ways of manifesting your owns, or your own true ways of beingnesses, which just means that as you step up and on into just so much more from within your manifestation properties or ways of beingnesses here as well from within all of this, then that just means that you come forward as just so much more from within all of this. Simply and only because you have manifested this as so. And that just means that you have gone within and you've ushered on forward or brought forth from within you as this or within this as these true co-creators or these true beings or beingnesses of, which just means that as you truly do co-create from within you and you come forward from without or here now in your outer world as just so much more, as you are continuing to step up and on into just so much more, you are here then being as or beginning to show up as. And as you begin to show up as, and you then warrant that much more information guidance from within your own true self soul's processings of, you then are guided on up into just so much more from within this then here as well. Which just means that as we continue on here showing you and reiterating, bringing forth for you all of these true trespasses or ways of beingnesses in which you are then brought up on forward into just so much more from within all of this, you then are reaching from within you to become just that much more, which just means that as you do this and you show up as this, you begin to then step on into this. And as you step on into this, you then just become this and are this. And once you are, well then you just are, they're saying. You just are. So this truly is a process. This truly is a way or ways of beingnesses which then are bringing you on forward into just so much more from within you, simply because you now have produced yourself or in the productions of have brought yourself on forward into just so much more. And that is in reaching the true kingdom of the heavens within, which just means that you have shown your own true self souls to your own true lights within, to and through the true light, to and through the true lights of the Lord from within each of you as this, or in this as these manifesting capabilities or these abilities to come forward as just so much more from within all of this, or all of these manifesting properties as such, they're saying. So you will begin to understand more and more and more once you reach within for just so many more of these tools that are indeed now here coming forward to and for the each and the all of yous from within all of this, which just means that as you bring yourselves on forward into just so much more, you then will be processed on into just so much more, and then brought forward into just so much more from within that process here as well. And so it is just a continuation or a continual interior guidance system of events, which then brings you on forward into just so much more from within your own true lives, or as you continually step up and on into just so much more from within all of these processes or these ways of beingnesses. But not only ways of beingnesses, but you show up as just so much more from within all of this here as well. And as you show up, you then become. And as you become, you then step up and on into. And as you step up and on into, you then are just here being as. And once you are here being as, you are then truly co-creating with the divine, as we each have individually shown you how to, or are in the process or the processings of showing you individually each here and now, how to, or how to show up as, or how to continue on forward from within this as, so that you then graduate up and on into just so much more from within all of this or all of these processings here as well. So just know, or begin to know, that this all is a process, or in these processings, you then are graduating up and on into just so much more from within all of this and all of these ways of beingnesses, which then will bring you on forward into just so much more from within your own here now manifestation processes of, or in the ways in which you each do manifest from within your own true lives here as well. And in and from within all of this, you will be bringing forth all that you truly do desire here, forward from within this as a mate here as well, they're saying. Simply because this or these are the ways that it was always supposed to be from within this, and always here and now and forevermore. So just do know that from within these true processes or these ways of beingnesses, you then are being ushered on forth up and into just so much more from within all of this. And you then are attracting back to you and from within you as just so much more from within all of this here as well. And then why would you utter such discomfort or phrases from within your own true minds here as well, from within each and all of these processes of, or from within, simply because you have brought this on forward into your own as from within your own true self soul's likings of, or from which you have then brought yourself on forward into, but then from there have stifled your own true self souls in the processings of, simply because it did not show up in the exacting ways in which you now wish or want, think or desire that things should be, when simply that is not the case. The case simply is that when you are ready, when you each reach your inner divine union, you then are coming forward as just so much more. And then and only then will you reach the true kingdom of the heavens within, from within this united state, or these ways of beingnesses in which the both of you come together in true love to and for one another from within this whole process, or all of these processings here as well, from within all of this. So just simply do know that all of this is a process, and you are each on or along your own true processings from within all of this, or from within these guidance systems, or these packages, or these ways of beingnesses in which you do come forth from within your own true self souls as, or from within this as, which just means that as you come forward to and for the betterment of the alls, as well as your own true self souls in the processings of, well then, you will then be here showing up as just so much more from within this, from within all of this here as well. And when you show up as this, just like we said before, as you show up as this, you simply are being as this. And once you are being as this, you are then here manifesting as this. And once you are here then manifesting as this, well then, you are one step away from being all of this and stepping on into all of this, as only you each individually can from within your own true processings here, as these individual magic manifestor magicians as such. Or from within this, you become then these master manifestor magicians from within all of this, or from within all of these workings of the soul series of events, they're saying. So just you know that all of this is coming to be simply, or as much as you then step up and on into all of this as, or from within this as. And only then will you reach the true kingdom of the heavens from within you as this true twin flame collective couple as such, they're saying. Simply because these were the ways that it was always meant to be, do, and have from within. And only when you have stepped up and on into just so much more will you then be just that much more from within all of this. And only then will you step up and on into just so much more from within all of this, or all of these twin flame collective energies as such. And when you step up and on into these new twin flame collective energies and or templates as such, well then, do look out here all the more, because then we will be here not only acting as if, but being as if. And once we are acting as if and being as if, well then, you just are. Again, you just are. You just are these collective energies coming forth to and for the betterment of the alls, and you will be nothing but that. And you will show up as that, and you will bring that on forward from within this as that. And once you are being that and doing that and coming forward as that, well then, you simply are and will be here then processing as that, or manifesting as that, or bringing this all on forward into your own true lives here as well as that. And once you are being that, doing that, and having from within that, well then, you truly are your own true magic manifestor magicians as such. Okay, so I'm feeling like that is their message for today. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Sometimes from within these works, I have found over the past 14 and a half years that I have, many times gone over and over some of the messages that have come through, just because, I may not, right at that moment in time, understand everything specifically what they're saying. And sometimes it's taken me, experiences to fully understand what they're bringing forth for all of us. As I went along my own journey, I would go through something and then I would be like, I'd have like an aha moment. Oh, that's what they meant. Oh, I get it now. So don't worry. I guess all I'm saying is don't worry if you don't understand everything specifically right now. Things will come to be and things will process and progress as you go along. And so, because, the reasons that I'm saying that is only from within my own circumstances, or, the journey that I've been on for the past 14 and a half years, along with them, creating all of this and bringing forth all of these divinely channeled materials. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the work that we've done together. The first two books that came through for me, and for all of us, that I channeled way back when I was, it was a week after my 40th birthday, and I'm 54 this year, 54 and a half. I'll be 55 this year. The first book that came through was Helpmate from Above, From This Life to the Next, a message from your angels, from the angels. And that was a continuation, a continued book. And the continuation was called Archangels from Above, from this life to the next, a message from the angels. Now, these are not in any specific order. I guess I could sort of put them in an order that they came. I believe the next of the books that came through, besides the children's books that I've channeled as well, the next of the books that came through channeled were the Workings of the Soul series, the steps necessary in the workings of the soul. The first two books were channeled through the archangels, Archangel Michael and some other archangels. The Workings of the Soul series came through for the Mother Goddess and her special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens. And as I've said before, at that time in my life, I had grown up a Catholic, so I had no idea that there was such a thing as a mother deity or a feminine aspect of God. I was always told, and so my subconscious beliefs or my programming was that through the Catholic Church that God was a man or God was a male aspect. So that was something that it was something that I had to open up into, let's just say. The next book that came forward was Tools for Life or in the Creation of Your Best Life. Tools for Life or in the Creation of Your Best Life, the teachings of the light of the Lord within us all. And these two books came forward. I moved to Kamloops, BC in 2010, and it's 2019 now. The first of the books, the Workings of the Soul series, started coming forward through Facebook as what I would consider beginning posts, and then moved on into more intermediate posts, which I started way back then in 2010. From there, we went on into from the beginning post and the intermediate posts, we went into what I would consider to be more advanced postings, which came forward as, ended up being these books that came forward. There's tools and lessons from within these books and a lot of different things that we'll be getting into a lot of different stuff, which then all became the creation series of materials, which then became videos and, worksheets and newsletters and all kinds of things from within that. The next thing that came forward for me was the Power of the Mind, Hypnotic Guided Imagery to Create the Life of Your Dreams series, because I had also, in the meantime, become had gone down and studied in California with Sylvia Brown to become a spiritual hypnotherapist, and also did my online course through AIH, the American Institute of Holistic Theology, AIHT, I guess, for my Bachelor of Science in Metaphysics. So I did all that in the meantime, just before I actually moved to Kamloops in 2010. So those were, they came forward after those postings, though, once I was in Kamloops and had, gone through all the studying and becoming the spiritual hypnotherapist. And these were they're all, the Power of the Mind, Hypnotic Guided Imagery to Create the Life of Your Dreams series is a creative audio series in manifesting the life of your dreams. Really what it is a way and a means for all of us to begin in the process of creation with the aid of the subconscious mind, or in creative manifestation of subconscious thinking, which is then in this brought forward into your now creative thinking, which is then in this brought forward into your now creative thinking of your conscious or foremost frontal mind. And they go on to more about that, but basically it's an audio series to reprogram your subconscious mind so that we're creating what we want in our lives and releasing or getting rid of those things that we no longer wish or want in our lives. So it's reprogramming our subconscious beliefs from, lack, scarcity into, abundance, the things that we want to have in our lives. And instead of continuing on with that old subconscious programming, which is bringing the negative or the things that we no longer wish or want to have in our lives anymore. From there, we went into a couple of workbooks, which were awesome. The first one was the Tools for Life Creation Series Performance Package Strategic Planner. And then on into the Tools for Life Creation Series Formula for Success Workshop Materials, My Spiritual Attractor Factor Toolbox, which is all about discerning from within you. And there's a lot of very cool stuff in here that really blew my mind in manifesting and in the true discernment that we need to go within for. Okay, so here's one of the children's books as well that came through it from within all of this, and from within all of these other materials. From there came forth the video series and the worksheets and the newsletters, which then became the whole package of the creation series, is what the divine called it all. So we'll get into all of that much more later as well from within this channel or this platform here. So what I would like to do now is to bring forward a quick channel oracle card reading for all of you. The Twin Flame Collective, and they said for the Twin Flame Collective energy. So I don't know what they want to bring forward from all this. So I'm just going to ask, I have a lot of different card decks here, so I'm just going to ask what card decks they'd like to bring forward and what information they'd like to bring forward for all of us. So I'm just going to look here and see. Feeling guided to the Archangel Power Tarot card deck. So we're going to bring that forward. And anything else here? Yes, okay. The Angel Tarot cards guidebook. Okay, great. So we're just going to get a few cards from within each of these decks. And what do we got for time? Okay, we're doing okay. Because, I found the last, I was talking to the angels and saying, I found the last video to be really quite long. I think it was like, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes or something. It was quite long. And I know it's hard, for people to find the time this day and age to sit down to watch a video that long. So I was sort of saying, do you think these videos are a little bit long? Do you think that we, maybe should create some videos that are only like 10, 15 minutes long? And they're like, no, we really can't bring forward any workshop materials or anything that's of substance from within, the creation series of events or on true creation manifestation, that kind of thing that we can get done here in that quick of a time limit. So they're like, well, how about more like, 45 minutes type of thing? And I'm like, yeah, cool, that's fine. So I did set my timer to at 45 minutes, and I thought, well, you know what, that'll just give me a sort of a wrap up time to wrap up things. So okay, so I'm just gonna ask the divine what cards they'd like to bring forward and what information they'd like to bring forward for each and all of us, the Twin Flame Collective energies here, and see where we're at from within all of this. And so the way that you will know if these messages are for you is that they will resonate from within you as for you. And so there's no need to, make yourself be anything that you're not, or, anything like that. There's nobody, making you be anything or wanting to change your own mindsets and this and that. It's all about going within your own, your own interior guidance system and your true self, soul's, heart's desires of, and, asking yourself, is this, right and true for me? Because we should all be doing that, and we should all be living as that or from within that, simply because, that's what we're here for. We're here to, create these best lives and to live these best lives. And who better to help guide us on into these true best lives for each of us, the lives of our true dreams here. And so, I used to think there was a lot of the things that I went through that, were so many failures. And the things that I did, why did I do the things I did? Why did I make the choices I made? And I realized through it all, one of the books, actually it's a book that's not finished yet, it's called Ana La Vida. Be true to yourself and life will hand you all that you could have ever dreamed possible. And so in that book, they did mention that, this is how they explained it, that we create everything in our lives. It's just that some of it we create, how did they say that? Yeah, we create everything in our lives. No, we choose. We choose everything in our lives. It's just that some of it we chose long before we came down here to live it, and the rest we choose while we're here. So they said those things that we chose on the other side to come down here to live, we're gonna go through no matter what. But then those other things down here that we choose, we then, because we've chosen both, we've chosen it all, but the stuff that we choose from down here as well, we get to see how our life progresses from there. But the things that we chose on the other side, we're going to go through no matter what. So a lot of these things too are going to be brought forward in the form of lessons or ways, like they're saying, ways of beingness is in which we are learning things from one end of the spectrum to the other. other end of the spectrum. So as I'm talking here, they're telling me, they're bringing forward some different information that I should be telling or showing you from within all of us here as well. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's just grab some cards. We do have a few minutes. So we're going to grab some cards from this deck as well, from the Angel Tarot. And both of these decks are Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine's. And so, yeah. One is the Archangel Power Tarot cards and the other is the Angel Tarot cards. Okay, cool. Okay, so... all right, and we'll go through which cards we did get, and then I'll put my thoughts to the side and get another channeling for each and all of you as to what is right and true for the Twin Flame Collective energies. That's what this whole reading was supposed to be about today, to help the Twin Flame Collective on their journeys here and to step up and on into their journeys here, and into these knowings and these beings and these doings, so that they, come out the other side of this, whole, but not only whole, but being and doing as they were brought here to be and do as, or from within this as, I'm hearing, because we really have planned a lot of this on the other side before we come down here to live it. And so those things, like they said before, those things we're going to go through no matter what. Okay, so I'm just going to, the first card that came through was, I'm going to do the top deck and then we're just going to channel and see what we get. Knight of Raphael, romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. The Emperor, stability and efficiency. Taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Peace, release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Seven of Raphael. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. The Moon, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. Unity. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. And then the two that came forward together here were Awakening and Ego. Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Jophiel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. A false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things. Negative or fear-based thoughts. I felt like those were meant to be together, so I'm going to keep them together. Okay, so I'm just going to have a drink of tea here, and I'm going to step aside again and just ask for whatever information they have for the each and the all of us, the Twin Flame Collective energies. They're saying like, okay, Shannon. So now that you've stepped up here as just so much more from within your own true life here, as well as from within your own true energies here as well, they're saying. Just do know that you are here as a true twin flame teacher to and for the betterment of the alls, but not only that, or from within this as that. But now that you are here teaching and showing all others just how to do this as well, well then, they are here bringing forward up and on into just so much more from within you here as well. Which just means that as you come forward for them, they then also come forward here now for you as well. And so just do know from within all of this exchange of energies or these ways of beingnesses that you each are here to and for one another from within all of this. Which just means that yes, you each are the students as well as the teachers from within all of this. So just do know this here as well. That from within this state or these ways of beingness that you each are coming forward to and for or from within each of these energies as, which just means that as you are stepping on forward, they too are stepping on forward here as well. Which just means that as you are showing up as, they too are here now showing up as from within all of this here as well. And that just means to bring forward your own true trespasses of, or your own true ways or knowingness or ways of knowingnesses of, which just means that as you show them to their own true self, soul's, heart's desires of, or in how to manifest just exactly what they too do want here to be as, or to be manifesting as or in, well then you can show them the ways from within all of this, since you have already beamed down those true trespasses here as well from within all of this. And just know that once you do that, there's this inner peace, this inner guidance, this inner divine bliss that comes forward from within your own true lives here as well, as you step up and on into just so much more from within all of this, as Shannon here has and will and does, to and for the betterment of the alls, to and for the betterment of the each of yous here as well, from within all of this. And now that she is here being and doing as, or from within this as, well then, you too can come forward as just so much more from within all of this, as you each individually step up and on into just so much more. You make the decision to create exactly what you want in your lives to be here as, and to be here being and doing as. And once you make that decision, and you step up and on into just so much more from within all of this, or all of these true heart's desires of, well then, you will be shown up and on into just so much more here then as well, from within all of this, or from within all of these teachings here as well, that you are now, or have now come upon, or have begun on down from within all of this. And that just means that as she shows up as here from within all of this, you then are being brought forward into just so much more from within all of this here as well. And there's no better ways than that, they're saying. So now that you move up and on into just so much more, well then, all of these things open up for you. All of these trespasses, or these ways of light beingnesses of, which just means that as you step up and on into just so much more, you then are able to let go of that which no longer serves the person you've become. Simply because now you've stepped up in, simply because now you have stepped up and on into just so much more from within all of this as, or from within this beingnesses of, or in this as, which just means that once you show yourselves the true ways of the West from deep within the each of yous as, or from within this all as, well then, you can then, and only then, become that much more from within all of this, or from within all of these states or stages of consciousnesses of. Which just means that as you go through these states or stages of consciousness, you then are brought forward up and on into just so much more from within this true peace within, or these ways of beingnesses in which bring you on forward from within to each your owns. Which just means that as you each become your own's true passageways of light forms, or ways of beingnesses of, you then are being projected on forward, are brought forward on forward into just so much more from within these projections, or these ways of beingnesses in which you have then gone on down from within, and gone on into then from within just so much more. So you have then graduated on up into just so much more from within all of these sequences of events and true creation manifestation, which then have come forward to and from within you all as this, or in this as, which then comes forward for you in the beingnesses of, or in the manifestations of, since you are here as this direct channel, or these direct ways of beingnesses, or these energetic frequencies of light forms, which then bring you on forward into just so much more that you are then bringing yourself forward on into. Which just means that as you attract, you then attract back. They're like, do you know what we're saying? Do you hear what we're saying? As you send out your energies, or your energetic information, or your ways of beingnesses, or your ways of manifesting, as you send these on out into the ethers, or into the worlds here, you then are becoming that energetic attraction back at you, or bringing you forward on into from within this energetic attraction, or these ways of beingnesses, which then bring you on forward into just so much more from within your own true lives here as well, as these magic manifestor magicians as such, which then helps you or brings you on forward into just so much more from within the whole of these sequences of events in true creation manifestation, which then bring you on forward into just so much more from within your own true manifestation process here as well then. Simply because you are here being and doing as, or from within this as, and you've stepped up on and on into just so much more as, or from within this as. And then you are this energetic light frequency of, or frequencies of. And you then are bringing back at you or forward to you from within you as this energetic frequency or light forms of, which just means that as you attract back to you and from within you as, you then are bringing forward from within your own true lives here and or your own true heart's desires of, your own true self's soul's processings of. You're bringing that all on back into your own true lives here to be here in the livings of just so much more here as well then. And you will know each and all of this as you continue on your own true passageways of light forms here, simply because you are and have been and will be now stepping up and on into just so much more from within all of this. And as you take these steps, or you continue on your own processes, or these ways of processes, or ways of beingnesses from deep within you as, or you continue on stepping up and on into just so much more from within the true light of the Lord from within you as or in, you then are projecting this on out into the whole of the worlds here, which then brings that or projects that back onto you here as well. Since and because you are this energetic being of light forms or ways of beingnesses, in which you are then projecting on forward and bringing back forward to you from within you as. And so just do know that as you come together as a whole here, together as one, that you each can create and co-create with the divine from within this as only you each individually can, will, and do from within all of this as, simply because you each are your own processors or your own ways of beingnesses in which you then step up and on into from within you, from deep within you as, or from within all of this as. And only then can you step up and on into just so much more from within these or your own true processings of, simply because you each are your own truth, lights, and ways from deep within you. And you each are projections of your own truth, lights, and ways from deep within you. And then in and from within all of this, you then are bringing that on forward into your now here outer worlds here as well from within all of this. And then and only then will you be here in the livings of all of this from within all of that here as well. So just do know that from within this awakening that you each and are all going through from within all of this, that you will be then projected up and on into just so much more from within this true light source or ways of beingnesses of, which just means that as you step up and on into just so much more, you then let go of that egoic way or ways of beingnesses, which no longer serve the person you've become or the person that you've stepped up and on into from within this true awakening or ways of beingnesses or this true ascension process or this way that you then come forward as just so much more from within all this, simply because, as was said before, you each are your own truth, lights, and ways from deep within you as you are projections of, or as you have stepped up and on forward into from within all of this as. And so as you step up and on forward from within this as, you become this energetic attraction back to you from within you as. And as you become that energetic attraction back to you from within you as, or from within all of this as, well then, you will know the true lights of the Lord from within each of you here as well, from within all of this, simply because you will have stepped up and on into just so much more from within this whole true twin flame collective of energies here as well, they're saying. So just do know that from within all of this, or all of these collective energies that we are here now bringing together as a whole, that we each are individually along our own true passageways or journeys here as well. And that from within these own individual passageways or journeys, you are then going to be brought on forward into just so much more from within your own like equalized states or ways of beingnesses, which just means that you each will individually know your own ways of beingnesses, or in the ways in which you will then project yourselves on forward up and on into just so much more from within this projecting or the projections of just so much more from within all of this, so that you will know your own true ways, your own true passageways or teachings from within you or from within all of this as you have been and or have gone down and upon from within all of this through to come out the other side of this hole from within all of this. So just do know that this truly is a process or a ways of beingnesses in which you all then come down and on into, and from within all of that, then spring yourselves on forward up and on into just so much more from within all of this here as well. So just do know that these are true processings or ways of beingnesses which then come forward to meet you or greet you as you each do and are and will be continuing upon your own true processes here or your own ways of beingnesses here. And as you graduate up and on into just so much more from within all of this, you then will know the truth, the light, and the ways from deep within you. You will be listening to your own interior guidance systems from within you to know each your owns or your own true lights and ways from within you as whom you are directly and divinely guided to be from within the each of you as, or from within all of this as. Now they're saying the creation series of events in true creation manifestation are being brought forward to and for the betterment of the alls, not only because or from within all of this as, but because we are here in the teaching of you all to come forward as just so much more. And how better to do that than to have a process or a ways of beingnesses in which you can then step up and on down into, so that you can then project yourselves on forward into just so much more from within all of these true materials here as well. So just do know that as you each are the truth, the lights, and the ways from deep within you, you are then also being projected up and on into just so much more from within all of this true co-creative series of events and true creation manifestation, or manifestations, they're saying here as well. Okay, well, I hope everybody has enjoyed the reading today. It was great. I always enjoy the readings because whether it's new information or old information that's coming forward for me, it just continues to help me along my own passageways here as well, along my own journey here to manifesting the life of my true dreams here as well, and to be in the living of all of those true dreams from within, who I, really am, from within my own true heart's desires of as well. So just happy to be here, helping as a teacher and a helper for all of you to come on into your owns as only you each individually can and will progress yourselves on into once you, we just got the go ahead here to wrap things up. Once you step up and on into just so much more from within your own true lives here. So it really is about, stepping up for yourself. And how did they say that when I channeled that last night? It was about, manifesting the life of your true dreams through your true interior guidance systems. And they also said, where was like that? Oh, by accessing you here now and showing you just how this is done. And that is by ways of your own interior guidance systems within. But then from there as well, then do look out, because then you can and will be manifesting like never before. Once and when you do take your own bull by the horns and to push and or to pull those suckers into place as only you each individually can and will here and now too. So really it is all about, bucking up, stepping up, and, taking your own bull by the horns and pushing or pulling those suckers on into place as only we each individually can, individually and as a whole here as the Twin Flame Collective, bringing forward a better, more improved, greater new world for all of us to live and to thrive from within. So happy to be here for all of you and myself here as well. So take care, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you here again soon. I am hoping to, or projecting to, bring forward readings for the each and the all of us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So don't hold me to that, but that is my intention, to come forward for all of us 3 times a week from within this YouTube platform here. So anyways, take care. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.